I just made a video about vitamins. The videos before this, Dad versus Emma, about those Centrum chewables that I take. Anyway, I remember one time my grandpa Redden cussed out a doctor, not indirectly. I remember when I was a kid, somebody in I think his daughter, one of my aunts, went to the doctor, and when they come back, there was something about the doctor that they didn't like, or something. My grandpa was sitting in his recliner chair in the living room. He started cussing and raising hell, and I'll abbreviate so you get the idea of what he said. He says, "Those GED doctors," he says, "here I'm sitting here with a third grade education, and I've got more GED common sense than they do." And then he says, "Educated SOBs. If you didn't have common sense, you got your ass cussed out by my grandpa." He was orphaned at 7 years old, my grandpa Redden, and I guess he took a lot of BS when he was orphaned, because he would not take bullshit. And he would cuss you out. If you had I'll never forget that. If you had no common sense, he didn't care who you were. He didn't care. If you didn't have common sense, you got your ass cussed out by my grandpa. And he had a heart of gold. He was a very generous guy. I'll never forget that. Then they asked him, "Paul, do you still have Dr. John Doe?" He said, "Yeah, but he's still a sorry SOB." Very few doctors, he just didn't, I don't know. He was a firm believer of keeping your common sense. And if it takes education to lose your common sense, or if you lose your common sense, he didn't want nothing to do with it. In his book, if you didn't have a common sense, you wasn't worth a hill of damn beans. He didn't want nothing to do with you. Oh, I remember him cussing. I mean, he sat there for 3 minutes cussing out doctors. He just, it's just the way he was, folks. He wasn't mean about it. He was telling like it was. Now, I've got a doctor that seems like she lacks, I won't give her name, she lacks, you can tell, maybe lacks a little common sense. I don't know, maybe just me. The only doctors I've ever really cared for was husband and wife in the early 80s, Lynchburg, or Hillsborough, Highland County. He was Vietnamese. We went to him, I think, twice. My sister went to him and I did. Man, they were doctors. Yeah, husband and wife team, Vietnamese. And you could tell, boy, they had the common sense and the brains. They're the best doctors I've ever known. I've never met any doctors as good as those two. I don't know if they're still in practice. That has been since the early 80s. But you could tell a good doctor by the way they talk and approach you. They were awesome.